Hello horror fans, I am Torstein from Cinema Terror, and today's video is of a movie that will surely make this demonetized on its title alone. The movie I'm talking about has the terrible title of Mosquito the Rapist, and here is my review of it. The title Mosquito the Rapist refers to the main character of the film, who remains nameless. He is a young, lonely guy who has had a lot of struggles in his life. His childhood was pure shit, as it was abusive in every way possible, and he has also had to struggle with being a deaf mute. While he is able to function in society, having a job and home and all, he is unable to connect with other people. He spends his free time alone, with his only company coming from the form of his collection of dolls. A person can only go so long without anyone, and we get to see the spiral of madness that overtakes this guy, getting him to the point where his big satisfaction in life comes from mutilating and drinking the blood of dead bodies from the local mortuary. Mosquito the Rapist is a film that wants us to experience the downfall of this man together with him. A quick comparison would be with the classic American serial killer film Maniac with Joe Spinell, as both films show the main characters doing heinous acts, while we as an audience still somehow get some attachment to them. They attempt to humanize what we consider to be monsters, if you will, by showing how they got screwed up in the first place, and also does not shy away from showing their more functional sides. While a movie like Maniac uses blood and guts to give a shock to your system, Mosquito the Rapist goes for a more European, artsy type of style where mood is more important than gore. That being said, there definitely is some grotesque scenes that will satisfy the gorehounds out there in this film, but it doesn't have enough for me to recommend it to you if you simply want a film where a psycho goes on a killing spree. Most of the terrible acts are also done upon corpses, so don't expect a big, or hardly any, body count going into this film. You could say that this is a film more worried about telling a story than to keep the viewer entertained. The mood works really well at times, giving an eerie feel to it that sometimes manages to crawl under your skin. If they managed to keep this going throughout the entire film, then this would absolutely have been more known of a movie as of 2018. It is also a very slow movie. Very slow. If you are experienced with the more artsy type of European 70s horror films, then it shouldn't be any problem for you, but if you're not familiar with those at all, then this is not going to be a good starting point. I have the German Astro DVD of this film, and for some reason it contains both English and German language track, but no subtitles. I found most of the English dubbing to be mostly good, except a few bad scenes with several characters in it at once. But it's not like this is a dialogue-heavy movie anyway. I would have preferred to watch this with its original German language track and subtitles though.
Too much.
A little playmate for you.
Look! I think she turns him on.
The performances do come off as good, even with the dubbing. Werner Pochat, sorry for butchering your name, who you might recognize from Dario Argento's The Cat o' Nine Tails, Jess Franco's Devil Hunter, and many more from the genre, plays the main guy, the Mosquito if you will, and he was perfectly cast for this. You can feel the sadness and loneliness from him, and the movie would have failed completely if they weren't able to nail this role. It's interesting how these movies, that goes into why serial killers turn out the way they did, seem to have disappeared in the recent years of cinema. Then again, we got so many of them in the 70s and 80s that perhaps there isn't that much more to do with the subject. Oh, and the fact that it's probably hard to get distribution if you do anything that controversial and violent today. I should also mention that the film is based on the heinous crimes committed by Kuno Hoffmann, who has been dubbed the Vampire of Nuremberg. So there is a backstory here to explore if that's in your interest. Mosquito the Rapist is at times uncomfortable, interesting, and it kept me on for all its running time, despite it being very slow and lacking of big wow moments. It is there for a very specific crowd, and if you consider yourself to be somebody who could find enjoyment in this, then give Mosquito the Rapist a chance. It comes just behind of being a great film, and as such I have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Have you seen this film? If so, what did you think of it? If you enjoy the reviews I do, and feel like I deserve to get some money for this, then I do have a Patreon page up that you can find in the description box below. It's not like I'm going to see anything from YouTube anytime soon, since I talk about movies with titles such as Mosquito the Rapist. If not, then still, thank you for checking the video out. There are plenty more to be found on my channel, and if I am to recommend anything close to this film, then I think that George Romero's Martin is one to check out. It's maybe not the best comparison, but Martin is an excellent film that everyone should check out. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again for more horror movie reviews in the future here on Cinema Terror.